So, we're about to start the review of the Audeze LCD-5s. Before I do, if you go to drop in the link in the description, and it's the week of February the 14th, 2022, $400 off the 8XX, thanks to Zeos begging. I'll also link the pads and things. So, yeah, $400 off that headphone. I love that headphone. And I've been sitting here for 2 hours. I wanted to get like 2 reviews done today. So I did this one. I did the FIO K9 Pro. Really like it. Respect everything it's doing. THX, it sounds good. It's got all the things. FIO finally made an amazing product. I was super, yes. Now let's do the LCD5s. Because I've been, I've listened to them, but I haven't like spent days with them. Because I wasn't sure if I wanted to spend any time, any quality time with the LCD5s. Yeah, they're $4,500. Many gemstones in the title, Zeos. They come in the exact same case that we will get to them, that the Meze Imperial Elites come in, except this is all black, so it's the same, thing, and the handle is slow motion, and it's just not as nice. It comes with white gloves, though. Yeah, so it comes with white gloves, and, like, it's okay. It's okay in here, but it doesn't have that same, I don't know, appeal. The shape is more normal, doesn't have nothing printed on the outside, which might be good for going and traveling with it. They don't steal it, because it literally says what the hell expensive thing is in it. But I try really hard, really hard to like everything, and everyone complains about that. Zeos, you shouldn't do that. But like, we're all here to listen to music. Music listening is like, it's one of the hobbies that I don't think anybody hates. Except if you're the kid next door to the old man and he's like, shut the fuck up, and their kids are. And you're like, shut up, old man. No one hates music listening. And I have one of the greatest jobs in the world. Telling people how to enjoy, or ways to enjoy their music. Introducing them to new music. So if you send me a $4,500 headphone and I struggle to enjoy music on it, there's a problem. So usually I also struggle to pick a wallpaper, because the wallpapers, if you know the lore of Z reviews, the wallpapers, I've got like 300 or something in weight, and I have a friend who's making another 200, just editing them for that way. And this was the easiest one. I just looked for somebody with a weapon, somebody looked like they were gonna hurt me. There you go. Very fancy, very clean. So I've reviewed every Audeze product ever now at this point. Have I done them all? Definitely did the 2s way back in the day. 3s, I think I did the 3s. I know I did the 4s. Did the X, did the XC, did the another closeback, the classics. I've done a lot of, I did the one of the ones that were the closebacks that were the really nice build, but then apparently they shattered. I did those. I've done like all of them. And I know the trend. Like, I had a little bit of bias going into it. I'm not a huge fan of expensive headphones. I have expensive headphones. Most of them I either got in a great discount or were just sent to me by companies. And Fun All Audio, Zeos, link Fun All Audio, because they sent you the Stellias, never asked for them back. It's a $3,000 headphone. I am not interested in owning a $3,000 headphone, but if you send it to me and you're like, here you go, every time I look at it, I'll link to Fun All Audio. Which I don't even know, they've never spoken to me again, but whatever. So APOS sends me this, and I have a condition. I understand that basically my favorite Audeze headphone is the LCD-X. And they made that new revision, and I fucking loved it. But LCD-X is like chump change. It's like, what, $1,100 now? Almost anybody can rob a convenience store and afford that. I guarantee you can't rob one convenience store and get $4,500. It has to be a very special convenience store in Beverly Hills. So when you up the price and the ante, and it's Audeze, I kind of know where we're going. I kind of know what their mantra is. And they're American-made, like the American-made headphone. The Grados are American-made headphones, but Audeze is like the other American. Give me some other in the comments, by the way. So American-made headphones. Mr. Speakers, American-made headphones. Okay, what else we got? I'll wait here. So, as a very prideful American man, with huge, big guns here. I want to love these just because they're American made and they're planar and they're expensive and they're fancy. But I didn't like the 3s. They were sharp. I thought the 4s were so aggressive that they were like designed to impress you for 30 seconds before you laid down your American Express Platinum Black card and then brought them home and listened to them for whatever, and then you're done. And the 5s, I could say this at least, they have improved the fit and finish spectacularly. The fact that it even comes with a nice case is an improvement. These are 33% lighter than the last generation, than the LCD4. Look at them. They look like a normal headphone with like normal size cups. They bit a little bit off of the Abyss. I guess I should include Abyss in the American headphones. My bad, Abyss. All right. They've sent me things and I should know. They're actually from New York, Abyss. But fit and finish, absolutely perfect for Audeze. How's that? Because I can compare against the other expensive $4,000 headphone in the room, but not yet. So we've got like clear see-through. It's got to be like a poured acrylic here. Kind of looks like bowling ball film. My father used to repair bowling balls and used to just mix the two things together, and you could put different dyes and stuff in, and it'd be see-through. It'd be really, really hard because it's a fucking bowling ball. So if you do the same thing out of this, as long as you do it right, it won't crack. I'm sure there's some sort of weird aluminum or wood pulp or something in there to make it amazing. Everything on the back is smooth to the touch. The hinges work flawlessly. The pads don't bang into anything. They gently caress and stop. I hate when headphones you do this and they go click click. It's like, why? They sort of lay like they're nice and soft. The pads are huge improvements over the previous ones. Holy God. I love this angled inset, and they rotate full 90 degrees in both directions, so you can just put them down like this, or you can pick them up and put them down like this if you've been on, sweating hardcore gaming in your $4,500 headphones. The headband itself, with this is a knurled screw to hold it in place so it doesn't pull out through the bottom, and it clicks up, and you've got the carbon fiber top and the leather comfort strap it's tucked so close that you can barely see it's even there when you're wearing them. So they look good on your head. They're indicated easily with the big R and the big L tucked in there. The wires come out the back of the unit, which is what I like. Straight down out of the bottom is bad. Too close to your shoulder. You gotta bring that shit back and up and angle it, and it's great. The build is fantastic. Is it $4,500 build? Not really. I feel like every LCD should be built like this from the dawn of time, and they weren't for a long time. So congratulations, you've gotten this far, Audeze. Now do this for the whole line, including LCDX. The big thing about them is the weight. Oh yeah, now you gotta peel off the glue to look under the thing. Why are we still gluing fucking pads on? I'm gonna, that's it, as far as I'm willing to go, because it's just, no. I'm not. This is going back to APOS, so I'm not fucking with it. You could see the planar driver in there. Is that an imperfection on that one? Where is that? Might be a slight something on that one. Super lightweight. Like, absolute, the clamp is perfect. They're comfortable. You put them on, they adjust. They're great to wear. The real problem comes when I start playing music. And APOS, if you buy these from APOS, you get a free APOS cable, the APOS Flow. I remembered it now. I currently have this pair of headphones playing off of the Audiophile Solaris, which is a $5,000 German tube DAC amp. Although really the DAC is a good Shelly Labs JNOG, because I don't have USB to the thing, so whatever. But I've got it in, it's OTL mode. I got low gain. I got my remote control here. If I hit pause. I am searching hard for amplifiers that I can use that work with the particular song I'm listening to and not make me want to just cut my wrists. Hold on, wait. We got a little bit of a run the jewels. Nope. No. Just shut it off. Just shut it off. So here's the thing about the sound. It's very, very aggressive and has no low end. And I was talking to people in my patronage chat. If you don't know, if you join my Patreon or Subscribestar for $10 a month instead of $5, you get into a chat. And those people who can jump a little tiny $10 paywall all seem to have these expensive headphones. And they've heard them or they are looking to get them. So their input is important. In fact, one of them in there had messaged me privately about getting these. And the amount of praise that he threw at me. I had just gotten them in the mail. I literally put them just on the rig over there to play. And he was like, oh my God, greatest thing I've ever heard. I'm heard God. I know everything that's going to happen in my life now. Everything makes sense. It's like, there's nothing better. That he just kept going on. And I know that I listened to them for at least an hour before I heard this conversation. And I didn't know what to say, because what he was describing does not happen for me. It just doesn't. It's not even like, it's not a disappointment thing. It's like, it's blatant. Usually a headphone, if I have a problem with a headphone, like okay, it's fine, but, and then there's like one but. This is, I hate it. And now I'm looking for little bits of like but to sort of sprinkle on this review, because there are people out there like him who are going to fucking love this headphone. It's going to be the greatest thing he's ever experienced, or she has ever experienced. And as a reviewer, with the fan base and people who are relying on me, I have to sort of like grasp, okay, why don't I like it? But why might someone else like it? And I think it's going to come down to pure fucking luck. Because as I sit here now with my hands frozen and the fucking heat on my back, and every solid state on except for the reference that I had the Solaris and I had the TA26, never put that on, never ever put that on for these ever. And then I even put the Tor balanced on to try to like fix things. It's fixing time. It's a fixer upper. It's like getting a 1975 Winnebago, and like every fluid is in the wrong spot and you're like, I gotta fix this. That's what it felt like to try to use these LCD5s. And I had like one perfect moment of clarity using the Burson single-ended on the stock cable, which, by the way, is relatively nice. We're going to look at that. That, with this cable, so non-balanced, and a specific song, Angels of Harlem, from the 24-bit samples thing I have. Who sings this? It's just from the Ultimate Demonstration disc, Angels of Harlem. So that song, let's plug you into here. I love how the three legs hurt when they have the thing. So now this is acting as DAC, that's feeding. Yeah, the one thing that the patron said is, if you put good music in, you get good music out. It doesn't like bad music. And that's a thing that happens in headphones. Some headphones just are revealing. We're really revealing. Like they strip your clothes off in the middle of the street and throw you into traffic, revealing. Not just your skin, but your insides as you get splattered on the road. And this song, this Angels of Harlem song, is remarkably well recorded. And it's just basically vocals. And these headphones fucking excel at bringing out the detail and positioning of all these people singing. And it's like, ah. But after this song, I tried finding other songs, you know, as one would listening to headphones. And everything I listened to, here, I'll skip forward this one. That's not bad. That's also vocals. Ah.
The melodic sweetness.
So this guy is from a New Force audio demo, right? And it sees the voice just introducing, like, we're going to play now cellos. And his voice, I can tell, wasn't recorded on a $15,000 microphone. And it hurts to hear him speak. And I've heard that 150 times. that fucking track. Every one of these tracks, it has them introduce it. And it's like, it's like, And that recoiling in horror happens for 90% of the music I'm listening to. And if I get to a song where I'm like, I really like this song, and I know this is a well-recorded song, but why doesn't it sound good? Then I'm sitting here and eventually figuring out like, okay, the musician Andromeda is good, but have you heard the IFI Zencan with both bass boost and 3D added? Have you heard that? Because that has been my go-to for most of the music I was listening to, and that is not insulting to, that's actually great for IFI. IFI is like, but the fact that I need to bass boost a $4,500 headphone because it feels a little bit light, a lot of bit light. And I'm not like a bass head. I do enjoy it. I prefer, if I'm going to relax and sit down, I want my frequency graph to look a little bit bass boosted. And I want a couple dips in the highs just to keep me from going mental, and I want to relax and chill. If I want headphones for like, monitoring my goddamn recording rig when I do sound demos or editing audio upstairs, then I want very neutral headphones. Is there ever a case where I want just the most murderously detailed headphones and I don't want to enjoy it? I just want to be spoon-fed the ones and zeros from the file. Well, that would probably be these, but I never want that. It's not a mode I want to be in. It's like when people go bungee jumping to get that adrenaline rush. I'm sure there's people out now who have bungee jumped. Like, oh, I loved it. I don't trust human beings enough or rubber bands enough. I'm not that dumb. So I'm just like, you know what? I don't need that. So I will do, I'll drive a race car around a track. I will go skiing. Maybe if I ever want to go skiing, there's certain things where I have a bit of control and that I'm fine with it. But I don't need that fucking bungee jump murder adrenaline in my life. I don't fucking need it. All right. So if you're one of those people who needs this in your life so that you can just know that your music is absolutely either amazing or terrible, these are your headphones. Because that's the problem. It's like they're here. I wish you could just rent them. Rent them for $300 for a week and a half, and you could just sit down with your entire music library and go, is this good? Nope. Is this good? Nope. Is this good? Nope. This good? Yes. Put it to the side. Nope, nope, nope. Yes. No, 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 yes, no, yes, no. Because I find almost no joy in listening to them. It feels like and I run basically FLAC 44.1. All right. Certainly don't do MQA, but I don't like stockpile DSD stuff. I like music. And sometimes I'll even put on Spotify. Don't tell the people sometimes I'll put on Spotify because there's music that I just don't have in high quality, and I'll enjoy it all the same on whatever little speaker that's in my kitchen or KPH 40Is or whatever the hell's headphones lying around. And the fact that I can't on these, does that even qualify them as a fucking headphone? Like, I'm being harsh with them, but I just have to tell you how I feel. That's all this channel is Zeos. It could be called Z's Feels. How does Zeos feel about something? Is he excited? Because I would get excited if it was a cheap head. The most excited I get is like KPH 40s. They're $40. Holy fuck, I can't believe I sound that good. And everyone can afford them. And they're built really well. Yay, I'm excited. This is... I feel like I've walked into a job interview in like the 1970s Ford Corporation, and there's just men in suits lined up all smoking cigars. And I'm trying to explain to them, like, well, look, sir, these headphones, we would love to produce these headphones for you, but we don't like them. And they'd be like, what do you mean you don't like them? Kids these days love this shit. Actually, they're not selling it to kids. So I don't know who they're marketing this sound signature for, but it ain't me. All right. I want to enjoy my music. And now I'm going to do the thing that I didn't want to have to do, but I'm doing it. So here are the fucking polar opposite of these. If you don't know what these are the Meze Empyrean Elites, and they're $4,000. So it's actually a $500 savings. These are made in America. These are made in Romania. These are planar. Those are planar. These have carbon fiber on the top. Those have carbon fiber on the top. You look stupid wearing these. Absolutely idiotic. Look at the giant thing. That, like, literally, that's what they will look like on your head. They are machined painstakingly out of a single block of aluminum. And frankly, they're one of the prettiest looking headphones ever. This is a headphone, though. So that's a headphone. Looks like a headphone. You'd have to tell someone that's expensive. It kind of looks expensive. If it was in Best Buy, maybe someone would think it was like a $250 headphone, because lay people don't understand. But a layperson sees this and they're like, the fuck? And the thing, and the reason I pushed this so hard was not because Meze sent it to me as like a Christmas gift. It's because I put them on, and everything I listened to, fucking YouTube videos, games, the videos of my cat farting from 2014 sounded amazing. And you know what amplifier it sounded best on? Neither do I, because it sounded the exact same on almost every amplifier, including tubes. Nothing changed. You look contrast that with this, which I have to hunt per song, per amp. And no, I didn't even get to the volume issue I find with them. So I bounce in between like high and low gain on a few of these amps. And I realized I wasn't just bouncing like volume like a little bit here and there. It was huge swings. A quiet song would come on and I'd have to crank it. And the next song would come on and I'd nearly go deaf. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's just got to be the way these are drawing that I have to constantly swap high, like all the way up, halfway. All the way up, and it worked on every amp. It was like, well, I either putting this on high gain and putting it on low impedance, or putting it on OTL and putting it back on low gain, and I got the volume here. Like, it was annoying because I was doing so much swapping, and I swap all the time. I swap headphone into headphone. Usually you set it and you get like an average, but every song change, if it got quiet, you had to crank it, and if it got loud, you were dying. It was physically painful to listen to. So, all right, Zeos. Timestamp, sound signature. Narrow, not a lot of soundstage. If you look at the IFI, I actually have both bass boost and 3D on. I almost never run that with 3D because that just sort of makes things like this. It needs it. I thought it needed it. So low bass, like bass is kind of like it tells you the song's got some low end. But it's not going to give it to you because that's what poor people want. You don't want that. We're going to keep that low end and just tell you that they're supposed to be low end. The mid-range of vocals is probably where these would shine the most, but it's so random between male and female vocalists. If you're going to get a nice, beautiful presentation with clean imaging, and it's like, there were moments where I was singing along with the music. That's a great sign. And then something else will come on and everything just upper mid-range. I know I said upper mid-range in a review. Everyone quick. It's a drinking game now. You have to take one shot. Upper mid-range is just like painfully squeezing my earballs. And it's just like, and I keep lowering it. So now not only am I changing the gain settings on amps and raising and lower the volume per song, but if the pain starts setting in, I have to lower it. So now it's quiet again. So then I change songs again, and then I'm adjusting to up and down. I'm tired of listening to these headphones and reviewing them. I want to get this out of the way. I did the sound demo last week, and I tried to adjust it because there's magnets and the microphone, and I eventually just went, fuck it, because I don't care. I don't care if the sound demo for this came out perfect because they're imperfect headphones. And I don't want to mess it up to the point where like, haha, I made him sound bad. I want to try to give you the true representation. But the true representation is a narrow, light bass, harsh ride that is incredibly detailed, but has almost no finesse to it. There's no other way to put it. And I brought these out and I plugged them into the exact same amplifiers. I got the Element 3 here. From JDS Labs. That's new boy. I got the Element 3 and I plugged this into the Element 3 and it sounds as good as it ever did. Didn't get any better. When you plug into some things, it gets better. Some things don't get better. This doesn't give a shit. And I literally have 4 amplifiers on the desk and then another 4 on here. And then I put 3 of these on, and I'm just trying to maybe like, as soon as a headphone requires special amplification, and not just because it's hard to drive like 880, 600 ohm, but like requires it because the tuning in it is so finite that it like cares what amp capacitors you have, then I'm fucking done with it. I don't care. I don't care that much that I would spend $4,500 and have to match it with an amp and then match it with my music. I have this music, accept it, headphone manufacturers. This is what you're getting. If I like mindless self-indulgence, you better make sure your headphones can play mindless self-indulgence. Now, I don't care. I'm okay if you have like a minimum amplifier requirement. Amps and DACs should be clean, but at least like 150, like that's perfectly fine. But I don't know. People in the chat were literally listing amps and DACs that I'd have to find on like Canuck Audio Mart, because it's like, no, you need the specific 1990s version of this amplifier. And then you have to get the adapter to do, like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to listen to music. I want to have a good time. I want to get laid. I want to have a good time. And this, I just can't have a good time in these. I want to describe the sound more, but it hurts to think about it. Because like at some point I was just sort of like, I lulled myself. I was just scrolling through my phone. That's a new thing. I don't have a phone. I have a phone. I was just scrolling through and I had like whatever amp I was on at the time was good and the volume was not too loud. And I just ignored it. And I completely lost the fact that I was wearing a $4,500 headphone. It just sounded like music was playing out of some headphone. And it's relatively comfortable. That was it. You put these on and that might happen to you as well, but every few minutes, every few songs, something will happen and you'll go, oh, fuck. Yeah. And then you go back to what you're doing. Never happened in these. So I want Audeze to succeed. I want APOS to succeed. I want to succeed. I want my wallpapers to continue going for another 75 years. I have about 75 years worth of wallpapers, by the way. But I can't these. I can't these. And I was trying so hard because I'm like, no. I just listened to them on the burner rig amp. That's what it was. And they need another amp. But they need none of that. The music wasn't. It was some pop hit. We don't want that. If you start making too many excuses to love your headphones, you need fucking new headphones. So I'm done with this review. Thank you, APOS, for sending this out. I'll be sure to send them back to you. Although I might be keeping the cable because I actually do like their flow cables. They're nice and soft. The actual cable that came with, here's the cable that came with the Audeze, and here's the cable that came with my Mezes. And yeah, no, the Meze cable is much nicer. But I will say it's not a terrible cable. And plugged into the JDS Labs like Element 3, it was doing okay. I feel defeated because I came down here for 3 hours trying. I've done this before. I've done headphone reviews before. I don't want to shit on an expensive one just because it's expensive. But now I'm shitting on this expensive one because it's beating the crap out of me. And if you love your LCD5s or if you have any sort of complaints about what I'm doing here, feel free to let them out in the comments. Because I'm just a guy who gets headphones to review and then either keeps them or sends them away or sells them. And this is all I have is my opinion. And if you think I've tested it wrong, oh, Zeos, you can't. Did you even R2R? I didn't. I spent all my money, pretend I spent all my money on this headphone and I can only afford like a $200 stack. And my music's not even 1-bit DSD. I don't even know what you're talking about. Wallpaper, description, links to these. If you like this sort of brutal honesty, please feel free to subscribe and Patreon me, because that's what keeps this channel going. You will get access to these videos early. You'll be able to participate in yard sales from the 1st to the 10th of every month, and you'll be able to get to lossless sound demos. Please, I encourage you to hear the lossless sound demo of these. For $10 a month, you get to ask me any questions you want on the private Telegram chat, the chat I was talking about, the chat where people are actual audio enthusiasts, and there's almost never any fights in there. There was one fight like last week. I forget what it was about, but I tried to like lighten the mood with like cute gifs. That didn't work. But mostly it's civil in there, and they have actual deep-seated audio discussions. So if you want to get in that chat to ask me questions, that's $10 a month, but you also get into a lifetime swap meet. So if you own LCD5s and you're like, fuck it, I'm selling these, you can go there and sell to someone else who will be like, ah, I love them. Maybe they'll love them. maybe they'll love them. Maybe it's my set. That's another thing before I end this video. I've reviewed things on this channel, GL2000s, Vocal Ups, where I fucking loved them. Loved them. Fucking jerked it. And then the production units come out and everyone's like, wait, these aren't what Zeo said they were. And then I listen to them like, oh my God, these aren't what I said they were. GL2000s is hit or miss, but the Vocal Ups, where the fuck did those go? JDS. But, like, so maybe this is just a bad set. Maybe I've been sitting here racking my brain because headphones are imperfect. They're mechanical. They're a mechanical thing. And you can get a car and it's a lemon. And you can get a headphone and it could be a lemon. I don't think it is because I've had a pretty consistent knowing what the LCD4s and 3s have done. And the 5s could be no different. That's the bias I came in with. The 5s are going to sound like this, and they fucking did. And they haven't proven to me otherwise. So yeah, download that wallpaper, join all the things. See you on Hi-Fi Guides, the Hi-Fi Guides forum. Check out the sound demo. Check out the second channel. I've renamed the Zeo's sound demo channel to the second channel because I'm just putting random videos up there. More like a vlog style, or I don't give a shit if I lose subscribers there because you're there for sound demos or you're there for me. It doesn't matter. Do remember to check out the link for the 8XX coming up in February because $400 off is a big deal. Use that money to buy pads and a APOS cable. Get anything from this video so that APOS isn't super sad, because I don't want them to be sad. Don't be sad, APOS. The flow cables are really nice. They really are well put together and they're soft. So yeah, this, her, and we are done. And I'll see you all in 2 days.